for the final hour, or thereabouts. We'll go until it's a good time to end. So, we once again join the adventurers who have just defeated the violent and somewhat molesty clothing. All it wanted to do was give them a hug. But Lynn seems to be the only one worse for the wear. Her armor is a bit bent. Some bruises are beginning to sprout. What do you want to do?
I could use a bit of a rest while the others look around, I guess.
Well, as I hear the fighting's over, I of course walk back to the room saying, "Good job, guys."
I kind of dust myself off and pick up my sword, sheath it, and start looking around at the equipment around here.
Cool. Give me an intelligence check, just unskilled intelligence.
Yeah.
Unless you have a proficiency which you feel might be apt with coffins.
I don't think so.
Cool.
Actually, I do have woodcarver's tools. Now that
Are
I
you
think
proficient
about it.
in them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In which case, 14. Okay, cool. So 12. You can see various tools around here. You can see that some of the tools are carpentry tools. If you wanted, you could add a second set of carpentry tools of reasonable quality, which you might be able to sell to your inventory.
Okay.
The other tools, you think they are for preparing the dead. You can see one of the tables has like a white linen cloth laid out on it, which is now covered by dust. But once upon a time, you think that corpses would have been placed there for preparation for burial. You can see that to the east, the cave continues, once again, kind of like a natural passageway which has been widened by tool markings.
Yeah. I know I'm proficient in them, but I don't think I actually started with a set of carpentry tools, so I'll pick those up, add those to my inventory.
Oh, are you a folk hero?
No, I think I got it from Outlander.
Huh. Outlander gives you carpentry tools.
I think, you know what, it either gives me carpentry or herbalism. And
I'm happy to say it's whatever you want.
It's either from my class or my background. I know I have one from each.
But
I'll add those to my inventory.
Cool, go ahead. So, what's next?
Are we staying a little bit so that I can rest up?
Yeah, I don't mind resting here.
Yeah, let's rest.
I open the coffins.
Cool. You open the coffins. The majority of them are empty, but inside one you find a corpse. It's of a common man. His arms are crossed on his chest. His eyes are kind of like sewn shut. His lips are sewn shut. And you can see 2 silver coins on either eye.
Do I know what that means? Is it like
make a religion check?
Dead? Right.
Garson, no.
You failed the religion check. You're not dead. You have angered the gods. Sorry,
We didn't come here to desecrate corpses. Well, at least I didn't. I don't know what you're about.
That's a good point.
Cool.
Oh, there we go.
You know that silver is placed upon the eyes to keep one dead from looking for a sinner who wronged them in life. It's a means of allowing the spirit of one who has met a violent end to pass from this world into the next without remorse or back-looking. It's also a means of protecting the murderer, the killer, from reprisal. It's a common belief among many religions. You also know that some religions place coins on the eyes to pay for a ferry across a river, but you don't believe this is that because their eyes are sewn shut.
Do I know why they have sewn the eyes shut?
The same reason they placed the silver there. See no evil, speak no evil.
Alright, I don't remove the coins.
Cool. Do you close the coffin lid?
Do I see anything interesting in his pockets?
He doesn't look to be having anything. He's wearing simple clothes. The coffin isn't padded at all, and he's just got his eyes and lips sewn shut with 2 silver coins on his eyes.
I leave him alone.
Okay. So are you taking a short rest so Lynn can recover a bit of HP?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Lynn, could you please roll a d100? Cool. And would you please roll your hit die for the short rest? Cool.
Nice.
And cool. So, Lynn, you rest here amid the piles of tattered clothing. Your compatriots have a rummage around the room. Other than the carpentry tools which Tal finds, there's not much of value here. There's some small flasks and like bottles, but they smell like pickle or vinegar. They don't have anything in them, and they're clear glass. There are various tools for preparation of corpses, and you can find some strange-smelling powders and oils in a cupboard on the wall, but they seem to be of little value. A couple of them have got mold growing on them. The time passes, and nothing springs anew to threaten you. No dead rise from their coffins, no garments rise from their shelves, no tools spring off the bench and attack your toes. But do
Excellent.
consider it for a minute, though. You can see in the steely eye of that carpentry hammer that it wants your toe.
Okay, let's explore a little then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Further down.
Right.
I put my shield and warhammer up again and put everything else away. I do keep the bone sword though, just from sentimental value.
The bone saw is improvised weapon, non-proficient, 1d6 plus strength, slashing.
Pretty decent.
Seems strange that it's as useful as a short sword, but okay.
Well, it's not as useful as a short sword because it's harder to attack
Oh,
with, but it
yeah,
does the same
proficiency.
damage as a short sword.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
So as you proceed down, you see that the passage opens up into a kind of semi-natural, semi-carved passageway, and it's lined either side with coffins that are proceeding down. And at the far end, you can see, by the light of the torch and your elvish eyes... Was someone an elf? Yeah, wood elf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Tal.
me.
Yeah, I am right. Cool. You can see what looks to be like a font, a stone font, sprouting out of the ground, and a corpse slumped against a wall, wearing a thick brown robe.
Yeah.
Beyond, you
Albert.
can see a door that is banded with iron, double wooden door, and you can see chalk inscribed on its surface. Looks like some sort of circle with religious symbology within has been drawn on it.
Lynn walks forward towards the corpse, looks around a bit, but mostly just walks.
Cool. Give me a perception test.
Oh no. Everything's oh no with me. We could be walking through like a courier shop or something and be oh no.
Cool. Let me just check my notes real quick.
Courier shop, what?
Okay. So you can see several things, but you see them as you get closer and closer. You see that the corpse is more recent than, something from a coffin, but it's quite old. A month or two, it's bloated and billowed out. You can see a dagger on the ground near its hand, and a bloody stain on the top of its robe, as though it was stabbed in the chest. You can see a satchel, brown satchel with a thick vellum scroll sticking out the top, and a black leather-bound book lying on the floor in front of him, and a dried-out ink pot with pen. You can also see as you get closer that the small like little font has like this brackish black liquid on, not liquid, like surface scum on it, and it's like kind of crusted. You can see as you get even closer this like vapor rising up from it and traveling towards the chalk circle on the door.
This doesn't
The
look
corpse
good.
seems to be a human man.
We might have found our monk.
I think we take the bag with all the stuff in it, and we leave. Smoky door? Someone else's problem.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure
we
we're
sh-
equipped to deal with that.
We
Can
were
we-
paid to get paper. We'll get the paper.
I think we should just at least check it out. Who knows? Maybe it's like a heaves and piles of gold.
Go ahead if
Okay,
you want
Cars-
to.
Seems
Person?
like a chamber.
What do you
Yeah.
think the chalk outline's about? Let's.
All right, I put on my brave face and go and investigate.
Cool. Give me a religion check.
I need to be more prepared for these checks.
Can I read the priest monks, the corpse's book?
Sure, but religion chest first. Like, you move over and you pick up the book as Carson examines the ward. You, Carson, can tell that the circle in chalk is a ward. It's a protective ward, keeping this door sealed against evil, essentially. It's a seal against evil. It's keeping something from opening this door.
All right, I shout in abyssal, "Who may you be?"
Carson,
The
don't
door
alert
does
them.
not respond.
Excellent. That's always one I want to
Is
hear.
there a demon behind this door?
The door once again does not respond.
Is it,
Miles-
We have a chat. I may release you.
is it keeping something in or something out?
It's keeping something in. I'm really curious what it is.
Oh no.
While Carson's having a shouting match with the door, Miles has grabbed the bag with the paper,
Yeah.
with the book, and is moving towards the entrance of the room.
Wasn't someone reading the book?
That was
Yeah.
me. I
Okay.
opened it while I was like walking by.
Okay. So, examining, like, what do you examine first? The front of the book, the back of the book, somewhere in the middle?
Does it look like a journal?
Like, if you examine the front, yeah, you can clearly tell
Okay,
it's written
one-
by someone that identifies themselves as Monk Halbert of the Blessed Order of the Valiant, and it's as your journal. The first entry is, "Today I set across the bridge to meet my new parish of Belkheim. I am sure we will and yeah.
Well, after I verify that it is Halbert's book, this is Halbert, and that's a journal, I just flip to the end to see like what he wrote last. Like, let's just figure out what this mystery is.
Okay. The last entry written in a very shaky hand is, "So thirsty. I can't. I'm so
Okay, let's
sorry."
skip a little bit ahead of that.
Okay. So give me an intelligence save.
Unskilled or
Just a save.
oh, a save. Sorry.
Yep.
Oh no.
Cool. So you flip back a bit, and you get the clip notes as you flick through the book. It seems that he is the one who drew the chalk symbol on the door, and he is worried that something beyond it is attempting to break through. You get a couple of things from like the cursory reading that you're giving it as you're moving. You know that beyond the door is Halkuro the Vain. And you know that the foul somethings that have come here have done something to stir it, something it's awakened, something it must not escape, something. You feel like you might need to sit down and read the book at some point.
Well, okay,
but you move
I think I have enough information to tell Carson to stay the hell away from the door.
Does he say specifically what it is? Or do
Uh,
you just say
does it-
stay the hell away?
What was it? What was his name? The Vein? Something the Vein?
Halkuro the Vain.
Helcaro the Vein. I'd like tell him like some guy named Helcaro.
I shouted in your said, "Hello, Guru Dwayne. I wish to speak to you."
No,
The
Carson,
door
no.
once again does not answer.
Oh,
So is anyone
fuck.
else by the door as Carson's standing there?
Nope.
No.
Oh,
But Lynn is tempted to go and knock Carson on his head and drag him out of there, but she hasn't actually acted yet. But she's definitely thinking about it.
In the book, where it like references this guy behind the door, who it's hard to pronounce for me for some reason. Hulkuro. Yeah, it's just I'm gonna call him the Vane from now on. But
That works.
okay,
Yeah.
so does it say like what he is? Is he a person or an undead? Like as I'm flipping through back to where they
like,
mention
you,
it.
You flip through, and it's basically he has awoken, Halkuro the Vane, the strange magics have stirred him from his eternal slumber. You get the impression that it's undead, or some ancient beast that slumbers. So, there's the sense of it's moving again, but like, flicking through, like, you need to properly read it. You're just getting cliff
Okay.
notes.
Well, I give them the cliff notes of my cliff notes, so they have even less information. It's all just being disseminated here.
Let's let
regretfully
whatever it
wince
is
and
lie.
walk away from the door.
Pardon, Carson?
I regretfully wince and walk away from the door.
Okay, so as you back away from the door, what's the next step? Is the next step to get out this town and start heading back to Haven?
Yeah, I think it's just heading home.
Yeah.
People.
I want to check that vellum that you said, just to verify that's the information we want.
Okay.
But-
So, quick check of the vellum. It appears to be historical records of Belkheim and some
Okay.
other stuff. You begin flicking through it. It's close enough to identify that it is indeed records. You can also see like tools for mixing ink and cutting pens and various like feathers that are half-shaped quills, but nothing of great value else within the bag. Maybe to a scrivener, but it's all quite old
Oh.
and like bit rotted, been not cared for a couple of months. So Eula's just like getting out of town, getting out of Dodge.
One moment. Is there any personal effects on the monk? Something that would be good to
Oh.
bring back, or or to give to the temple?
Cool.
Good idea.
Do you give him a check?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. In his hand, or next to his hand on the floor, is a blood-stained dagger. The dagger looks very plain and simple, little haft, handle, plain blade. He's wearing monk robes, doesn't seem to have much else other than that. You can see around his waist is like a rope with beads upon it, like oversized prayer beads almost, and you can see a necklace around his neck that is like pulled out from underneath his robes and slung over his back.
As though he prayed to it, like in his last minutes. He held on to it.
Give me an intelligence check.
Who?
Check.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Boop.
Because I'm very good at those. Yes, yes. Let's see.
You can't think of a reason why the necklace would be on backwards.
That's strange.
Could
Do
I?
you know you? Can you figure out why it would be on backwards?
Make an intelligence check. Or give me a reason that you think it might be on backwards.
To kill himself.
Carson, yeah.
Suicide.
Like, he put it on backwards because he stabbed himself in the chest. He didn't want to get blood on it.
Oh.
Such a brutal end.
Flashback to a couple seconds ago where Carson was stabbing a guy while chanting in Eldritch.
That means in that case that it was important to him. Does it look like a religious symbol?
It looks like a small red disc. It looks like painted clay or something of that, Ken. And it's got crossed spearheads with crossed cudgels. The same symbol as upstairs.
Ah, that looks important. Let's grab that.
Game.
Yeah.
Yep. Grab it. Got. Good. Next step.
Go back.
Okay. So, could you, are you stealthily creeping out of town and then booking it for Haven? Is that the plan?
Sure.
Cool. So, just give me stealth checks from everyone and a D100 check from Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good check this
Stealth, you
time.
say?
Stealth.
Disadvantage for Lynn.
Oh yes.
Nice.
She's gonna get a better, like a higher number than me.
Wow.
Oh,
Almost.
whoa, Carson. On the bright side, you don't see the illusions anymore.
Yeah.
What's
And a
that
D100
wrong?
from Lynn.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Ooh.
Well now.
It seems like you
Oh.
might not escape without incident. What
The undead
incident
worm
might occur
emerges.
to you? The undead worm emerges and eats you. Nom 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 nom.
Well, Carson, because he wasn't stealthy.
90, 90.
Don't give him ideas.
Could you please roll a d6? Okay.
Oh boy. We're this close to like getting away, leveling up. Then Carson just trips over his own feet, knocks over a barrel. It rolls into the center of town, just clanking along.
And a demon named Holocaust of Wayne appears. What's that about?
Doop. Cool.
It's more like a barrel of water rolls through that hole that we made in the church, and it rolls all the way down, past the coat racks, past the caves.
Indiana Jones like.
Just slightly
just-
smudges the symbol or something.
We have a close up on Halbert's body as the barrel goes right past it. It cracks open, just splashes water all over the ward.
Or the remnants of wine which drips red across the sign.
It's red like blood, so it's a really like a symbolic looking.
My.
Thank you for very. Oh god.
No, you're fine.
Do-do-do-do-do.
What if scenarios are really good time killers?
Do-do-do-do-do. Cool. You rolled a 3. Okay, that's fine. Cool.
Only 3 ancient red dragons.
Better than
3
17.
ancient blue dragons, actually. Whew. Boy, are you wrong.
We switched tables, did we?
It had to be chromatic.
Okay, there we go. That's all good. So I can hop back over to here. Cool. And then I can. What layer are you on? Hey, there we go. Cool. Cool. So. Cool. Now that that's dealt with, I am being amazing at wasting time. I once again
No
apologize.
No worries.
No problem.
So, as you are walking along back through the town, the moon still shines heavily above you, the stars twinkle, the walls are whitewashed and creepy-like as you walk through the town. When something happens. Something
Die horribly.
happens. And what is it that happens? You hear me cry. Well, the GM stalls for more time, for yet he has
Oh.
not decided.
By
Well, he hasn't
critting.
decided. But...
20 does not sound good for
Oh,
us.
is that a 20? Oh, that's nice.
It's a crit.
Ignore that. Just like roll again. Nothing showed up.
Okay. Cool. Could you please all make intelligence saves?
Okay.
I don't want to die now.
Our strong
boy.
suit.
Oh.
Okay. Probably not happening today.
Yeah, would have been a great idea. Changing my name to Miles in the game. Now we're doing it in the 4th hour.
Yeah, you should be able to do that right below the chat box.
Oh,
It'll say as, and then it'll probably have your username and your character name. You can switch it there.
yeah, I got my display name as. There we go.
Oh, was it saving throw? Oh, that doesn't matter.
Okay, so let's see. Carson and Lynn, you're walking through this perfect town when you feel a squelch beneath your feet, and you look down in horror, and instead of the cobblestones that were there before, you see a rancid corpse, bloated and filthy, and as you step in it, you see hundreds of rats pouring out of this fetid corpse
Oh.
and descending upon you with ravenous little teeth. Roll initiative. Carson, no, not Carson. Tal and Miles, you are surprised for the first round. You do not get to react.
All right.
So, Carson and Lynn, you see these things emerging out of the corpses you're stood in. The rest of you only see them as wounds begin appearing spontaneously over you. And you're like, oh, the wind's very, very windy today. Oh crap! Something's biting my face! What? Okay, so, Tal, you're up, and you're surprised. So, Carson, you're up. Oh wait, no, initiative. So, blah, blah, blah.
New initiative.
Yeah, could you? Yeah, sorry. Whew, yeah, I'm good at this. I'm amazing.
Shut up.
I'm the best.
Bring up
Whew.
a token.
Do the people who are surprised still roll initiative this round, or
Yeah.
okay, so
Roll
we
it.
just
We
get in
just
the
get
order.
skipped.
I'll be going. Oh, it's your turn. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm very nice like that.
Perfect.
Everyone, Lynn, Tal, Miles, who are we missing? Carson. We're missing you,
Where are
Carson.
we? I can't see
Oh look,
us.
Carson.
I've critically failed 2 initiative rolls this game,
There you go.
and critically succeeded.
Right. And initiative. Please be well. Good. No! I'm gonna die.
So Tal, you're skipped.
Horrible.
Yep.
Let me just check something real quick. Cool. Carson, congratulations. Blomp.
No,
You're attacked.
no, not really.
Like-
Oh, is it a swarm?
You see this swarm of rats just roll onto you and begin biting and tearing at you.
Such a horrible
So what's
fate.
your armor? Just
10.
out of curiosity?
10.
Off. Oh.
He's our caster.
Womp womp.
Oh,
So you just feel all these tiny little bites ripping and tearing and chunking you apart, and I won't roll
pests.
D66. And
Wait,
blood begins to
66?
pour
Wait, what?
down.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
no.
still alive.
Oh, you are?
Oh.
Yeah, on 2 HP.
Oh my god.
And Lynn, you are also beset upon. As thousands of tiny little bites ravage your body. Yum 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 yum. Lynn, you also are not surprised. So you like, huh? And these things just like nibble on your armor a bit. Yum 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 yum. We're going to eat you. Yum 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 yum. And then Lynn, you're up. There is a swarm occupying your space, rolling over you, hundreds and hundreds of tiny little rats, their eyes glowing red with baleful energy, their teeth bloody.
Ignore them. And
Okay.
move here. And I guess they have attack of opportunity.
They tear at you, but you care little. You're safe.
I
Yeah.
thought. Wait, is this a previous edition where swarms couldn't have attack of opportunities, or
This
I
is
could have
fifth
sworn
edition.
swarms couldn't?
This is 5th edition. I see nothing that says they can't. So
Okay. I just want to check, just like so we don't have
Sure,
like
we
Lynn
live.
get-
like you bash your way through these things, and they're just like.
Yeah, and I've tried to hit B.
Cool. So you smash into the swarm of rats that surround Carson, ripping him asunder, and you connect, squishing a couple of them. But you don't get the impression that they're greatly diminished by a couple of them dying.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, and who's next? Carson. Oh my god, you're being eaten alive!
Alright. As I screech open, I, for the sake of it, use Awakened Mind and check if these rats can talk. You may not be intelligent,
let
rats, are
me
you?
just check that real quick. Awakened mind. It's telepathic.
As long as you know
communication.
one language, I'm
Do you know
a
rat?
golden.
Let's see. Archfey, Great Old One, Great Wild One. Any creature that don't need to share a language, but it must be able to understand at least one language. All you hear is a cacophonous of chittering.
It's
It
worth
irritates
checking.
you.
Then I take the disengage action and run for my life.
Cowardice!
It's what's keeping me alive.
Cool. Miles? Oh, surprised.
I
Oh,
lose my.
So, Talia. Not Talia. Is it Talia?
Well,
Taliestra.
Telestria, but Tal, yeah.
Yeah, so Tal, you're up. You see these hundreds and hundreds of rats just bubbling out of the ground, appearing as though from nothing. And you
Ugh.
smell a fetid carrion in your nostrils, though you can see no death around you. The floor does seem awfully squelchy for cobblestone, however. What do you do?
I suppose I move forth and attempt to attack the swarm.
No!
I'll kind of throw. I mean, it'll be my average attack actions.
Go for it. Interesting. Ooh, oh, you did that.
Nice.
Solid hits, solid damage. Chow chow, chow chow. Yep. Mathematics makes that okay. So you like hack away and smash these foul rats with your fists and with your furious assault. A number of them are destroyed, but
Excellent.
you can clearly tell that there are still quite a lot of them.
Yep, lots to do.
Cool. Tal, you're attacked.
Uh,
Oh thank God.
Lynn, do you attempt to defend Tal from as many of these beasts as
Sure.
you can?
Sure.
Okay. We'll see how effective it is. Very effective. You manage to like bash the rats back, and even as they swarm over Tal, you are able to stem their tide. However, you are attacked by these foul creatures as well, and they attempt to
Foul
find a chink in your
creatures.
armor, but there is none to be found. Lynn, what do you do?
I'll try hitting the one that's on me.
Okay.
So let's try that.
Yow. You crush their tiny bodies with each swing and slash and crush of your hammer. But there are just so many.
Oh, no.
Many. Carson, what you do?
Which swarm seems to have the lesser of participants?
Give me an intelligence check.
Sorry.
They look about the same. Both number in the hundreds, if not thousands of tiny little bodies.
It's all falling apart.
Alright.
The dream is collapsing.
Well, of course, you know what I'm gonna do. I have a bolt of eldritch envy towards these pests.
Is that towards B or A?
That'd be what?
B or A, which one are you attacking? Which
The closest B, probably. And then I run 30 feet away again.
You explode a massive mass of them. Massive mass. That is the best description ever. You fire this eldritch blast into the horde of rats, and their number is greatly diminished as they fly like little pinata sweets. It's very clear now that B is faltering. The eyes glow just a bit less, and the numbers are now more manageable, a dozen or so. Miles, what do you do?
Okay, well, Tal needs help. No matter how much I want to run away. So let's go punching.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Where are my weapons? There
Do
you
you
are.
say, put them up, put up your dukes?
They're not people. They're not people. I don't need to. They don't understand me.
Okay.
I get my martial arts, which is another fist attack.
Ooh, much better.
Well,
So your
Does it hit?
fists ring out and you crush their tiny little bodies. But there still seem to be a couple of stragglers hanging on, maybe half a dozen or so, just biting at Tal's ears and eyes, you know, the important bits.
Most
well,
unpleasant.
okay. I'm going to move now.
Okay.
One, it's a space, right?
Yep.
Right here, 40 feet away, and since mobile feet takes away for their attack of opportunity.
Oh, yes, very good. I was just about to roll an attack against you, but you are
Yeah.
correct. Thank you for reminding me. So, Tal, what do you
Oh, I
do?
got it.
Your eyes and ears are being eaten. Yum, 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 yum. Tasty eyes, tasty ears. What do you do?
If possible, I'm going to grab a torch and my tinderbox and attempt to light the torch.
Give me a dexterity save. If you succeed a DC 10, you can make an attack with it this turn.
Okay. Dex save. Boom.
That success? Yeah,
Yes.
roll up an attack.
Excellent.
Just roll a d20. It'll probably have some bonus to it, but I'm just checking. Yep. Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
So it would. Are you proficient with a club?
Yes.
You add your proficiency and strength then. It's a hit. Would you please roll a d6 plus your strength plus 1? And this is against the swarm on you, yeah? So you're hitting yourself with this torch.
I mean, yeah,
Just to
I'm
be
kind
clear.
of
Cool.
kind of waving it around more at my feet to get the ones. Like I'm trying to shake them off me. I'm trying to stop more from swarming over me. And I probably should have gone with just a sword punch, but
And you don't have strength, do you?
not much. No, just the.
No.
Oh wait, was the +1 natural?
The plus 1's from the fire.
Oh, okay. I do have an additional +1 from my strength then. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. So that's a great deal of damage. You managed to shoo the ones at your feet away, but the ones that are attacking your eyes stubbornly stay on. There's now just like two big fat rats. trying to,
A bunch of
crawl
rats on
into
my
your
face.
head.
Lovely.
Could I make an argument for Tal?
Yeah, go for it.
You likened the torch to a club, right?
I did.
And that's a simple weapon, and that counts as a monk weapon.
True. However, a torch is not
Okay.
something that a monk would train with, so I don't think that making it a monk weapon simply because it's likened to
Yeah.
a club would be apt.
I think it doesn't get to be a monk weapon, even if I'm proficient with it, just because it's not titled as a monk weapon in the class text. But other than that, we're close, almost.
Let me double check that. I want to lawyer this so you can get more damage if possible.
That's okay.
I think
You can lawyer it, but it won't help
Okay.
you.
because I think
it's going to stand.
They're
short swords,
doomed anyway.
simple melee weapons are all monk weapons, but since it is not a simple melee weapon or short sword, it is not a monk weapon. So I don't get
Okay.
to use my martial arts this time.
Cool. So the two big fat rats that are attacking Tal's eyes continue to try and attack Tal's eyes. Could you tell me, Lynn, are you protecting his delicate eye sockets?
Yes, absolutely.
What's your armor?
16.
You
Very
manage to
heavily
like
armed
shake these two big rats off your face, and they fall to the ground. Lynn, the ones at your feet scurry up your legs and try to burrow their way beneath your thick armor. but your heavy metal is stopping them from finding your tasty flesh.
Excellent.
Radical, man.
Mm,
Lynn, what you do?
Let's hit him. I'm trying to get him off me as best I can.
Ah, smash! Ah, smash! You like crush a couple and you shake a couple more off you, but you haven't done anything great to their numbers. They're still just swarming over you and eating you bit by bit. They will find a chink in your armor. It is
Sooner or
inevitable.
later.
Carson, what you do?
Well, I Eldritch Blast B again.
Go for it. There's
Nice.
a small
And
little
then-
crater where the two fat rats were, and it's just gone. B is no more.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I have satisfied my revenge, and I run another 30 feet away.
Like Carson's combats.
His
technique.
combat tactic is pretty nice.
Miles,
Always be at least 120 feet away.
Miles, what you do?
Okay, Miles is just like, oh, I don't know what to do. So he just throws darts. He's like, just don't hit anyone, please.
Okay, is this at disadvantage because of range?
Oh, if it'll be in disadvantage.
You could like step up a bit. I'm sure you've got enough movement to get inside whatever the range of a dart is. I'll check the
Oh,
range for you. The range
yeah,
of a dart
please.
is 20 foot, so you need to be within 20 foot not to have disadvantage. So you would have to be like Kia.
Okay. Does this count?
Yep,
this
that's
works.
good.
So
Roll the
darts come
dart.
flying in.
Go for it. You hit a rat. It
And
dies.
it just goes flying off his face, just impaled. Her face.
Yep. Like nails to a nearby, perfectly whitewashed wall. Nothing's the matter here. The moonlight shines down upon the gory scene. And that's everything?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Cool. Tal, what you do?
All right. I don't know how effective that torch was last time, but I guess I'll try it again. I'll try and attack
On
with the
me?
torch
Oh well.
Cool. Go for it.
to help get the rats off of Lynn.
Cool.
Let's see. So that's going to be 1d20 plus 3, I think.
You
For
manage to
strength and
slap a
proficiency.
couple of the rats off Lynn, and they begin burning up nicely and crisp. Roll damage,
Excellent.
1d6 plus strength plus 1.
Excellent.
Cool. So do and do. And that is mathematics, which makes it that number. No, it isn't. It would be that number. There we go. I can math. So you slap a couple more off, but you can see, like, as you sweep the torch through them, you're making some of them catch fire, and they just kind of burn up and fall off. The torch
Yeah.
does seem to be more effective than a simple club against these swarms.
Excellent.
B is dead, so A is the only one remaining. The swarm attacks Lynn, hoping to find some chink that would allow them to devour her tasty flesh, but they find none. Lynn's probably quite happy about her armor smith about now. Lynn,
Yep.
what you do?
I try to use my shield to force them off me. I guess athletics.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, nice.
You easily managed to toss them off you. Which direction?
Oh, okay. I moved myself instead because I can't move that one. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I hit him.
They like fly off you and scatter on the ground, and you pound into them with your warhammer, destroying corpse after corpse. As you like slam your hammer into the ground, you just find yourself mashing some corpse's skull. Like a
Ooh.
human corpse is just there where there
Oh.
once was cobblestone, and it pulls out and it's got like an eye dangling off it, mingled with the squashed rodent
Oh,
corpses.
jeez.
It's a sign.
Carson,
The deaf eye helped us.
Carson, what do you do?
Well, I hurl another bolt of eldritch energy. And I need to see. I can see where my mouse is. Alright.
You fire another bolt of energy into the swarm, and the last remaining rats die as the purple flames lick into the air.
But
The fight is
I-
over.
I didn't see it. I was already running away, so I'm still moving 30 feet away. Right, there. Good.
So the fight's
Shooting
over.
blast over your shoulder.
Yeah, that's what I do. Run and shoot stuff.
Cool.
Running.
Can we please go back to town now?
Yes, please.
What's the next step? You stand amid, some of you believe cobblestones, and some of you believe an array of corpses, near the edge of town, surrounded by tiny little rodent corpses which are now bursting open, their rib cages opening to the air like flowers blossoming. The moonlight shines down upon them, giving this entire scene a kind of red floodlight vibe.
Let's just get out of here.
Exactly.
Alright, so that eye that was hanging off her mace or club or whatever, I like grab it and put it in a vial.
Cool.
Keepsake.
Gain eye. Cool. So, you managed to get out of town pretty simply, and after about an hour or so of walking, suddenly it's day again. The sun is like high in the sky, slowly creeping towards the horizon. You suddenly feel a tension released from your shoulders that you didn't realize was fully there. I mean, maybe you felt tense, but you feel like something's just you can breathe a bit easier. So we're probably good to end the session here, but I get the feeling that you might want to read the journal for the full details before you head back to town and hand it in. So
Yeah.
is that a thing
I
that
would
you want
like
to do?
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I would love that.
We find out there's a treasure inside the church. You're like, no!
Okay.
The demon is actually dead, and it were just a lot of gold there.
I've managed to kill the vein. No!
Let me just let me just find
I couldn't use his +5 Warhammer of fire breathing, as I am only a lowly priest.
Oh, that's the best. Okay, so reading through the journal and the records up until the attack, it's all very mundane. It's like, today there was a person that came in and wanted me to bless their child so that it would grow up good and healthy and strong. I did this. I felt very proud as I was doing the Lord's work. And, you know, there's other mundane entries such as, today there was a tavern brawl. After congratulating the winner, I admonished them all. Fighting in such excess is bad. Though the Lord of Strength guides us all, allowing drink to guide our fists is wrong. And, you know, there's stuff like that. Every now and again you get an entry which is like, I've been here for a year or so now, and I'm not sure if this was the path that I should have chosen. I should have joined Templar Damien. Striding into battle at his side once again would have been a mighty thing. I feel now that all I do is write to the paper. Oh, I got a paper cut. Wait, should I have written that down? Well, it's in the record now, and there's like a little smudge of blood on that page. But when it gets
I cough.
to... Pardon? Carry on.
Yeah, I cough and say, you should have chosen a different religion.
So, you can work out that he's following the Lord of Strength, Cord. Literally the god of might makes right. The strong shall protect the weak and do the virtuous thing. So, right up until the attack, it's very mundane. A couple of days before the attack, there's mention of a Lord Grimmaldi coming to town. Lord Grimmaldi is a Templar and a noble of the Blessed Order of the Valiant, and apparently he is carrying with him, or wielding in battle, a sacred weapon. And he arrives and presents himself to Monk Halbert, and Monk Halbert recites this, and going, Lord Grimbaldi approached me today, and warned of an impending disaster. We have begun preparations for a goblin invasion? No, they would not be so bold. I'm sure Lord Grimvaldi is paranoid. Yes, paranoid. And then a couple more entries, and the next page is like you can tell that the neat script has gone to oh shit's happened, and it basically says Lord Grimaldia was right. I can hear the sounds of screams and dying outside. I've barricaded myself in the crypts. I know not what happened, and it goes into like a brief account of Monk Halbert's description of the attack, which basically seems to be that a goblin army rocked up, and they were followed by or like amid a horde of butterflies that fired poisonous darts, which caused all the guards to explode into like corpses, exploded corpses. The account seems a bit weird, but although the goblins apparently just rocked into town like drunk and fought like berserkers, which apparently is very uncharacteristic for goblins, and
Cowardly
a number of the
creatures.
goblins were just slain because they're attacking a town and they're goblins. But eventually they overwhelmed the town with the aid of these devil butterflies, as Monk Halbert describes them. And a couple entries go by until it's the sounds of fighting have died out. I don't think we've won. All I can hear now is the cacophonous rituals. The demons chant above. This place is damned. It's damned. And a couple more entries. Oh, my food is running out. I'm too afraid to leave. And it eventually culminates in, I've heard stirrings in the deeper crypts. Halkura the Vain, he has awoken. The fell magics that those goblins, or whatever draws them here, practice, have awoken him. He is a scourge upon the land. I must not let him be free, even if this is my final act. And then a couple more entries go by. I'm running out of food. I've ran out of water. And the last couple of entries are, I'm so thirsty, but the only water left is the holy font. The holy font keeps Halkura at bay. If I were to drink it, then he would kill me. He would kill me surely. There is no aid for me here. There is no aid. I cannot leave. The goblins are above, and Halkura is below. There is no safety here. And then finally, it ends in, I'm sorry, I can't, and just like drawls out. And that's essentially the script. You do find amid the journal a passage on who Halkura the Vain is. Halkura the Vain is a villain, a person of legend that sacrificed virginal women to maintain his youth and his looks, because he believed that death should not take what God had given him, what was rightfully his face. And so he sacrificed people to maintain his youth. And when the church found out, they brought him before the altar, and he was cursed by God that he would live eternal in undeath, and that his flesh would wither and rot until he could only look upon a visage of hate and malice, which was borne by his sins. And then the clerics, sealed him beneath the church at Balcame. Apparently, this is like several centuries earlier. You're not quite sure on this detail. You're not entirely sure how long Balcame's been around, but according to what should be happening, Halkura the Vain was no longer moving. His deathless state had rotted him away such that he was no more. He was a skeleton and would not rise and move as the gods had cursed him, but apparently some fell magic has awoken him. And that's the information that you gain. Cool. So upon reaching town and your fast travel back, Templar Damien greets you with a broad smile and takes the journal and the vellum scrolls and thanks you for your assistance. He gives each of you a small flask of water. By the way, Hentai, does Carson Foley go inside the church to receive the reward?
And does he burst into flames?
Yes, but when no one is watching, I spit on the entrance.
Okay. So you're all thanked greatly for your service, and you're all given a small flask of water. The water functions exactly like holy water because that's what it is. Holy water. Da, 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 da. A cleric or paladin can use it as a holy symbol. No, that's a holy symbol. Derp. You can use it as an improvised attack against a fiend or undead, and it deals radiant damage. It's also holy water, so you can use it for rituals and such. That's the reward that you are given, and he thanks you quite greatly. So he's like, "Oh, thank you, thank you. If there's ever anything you need from me, I would be happy to grant it."
So where's the
And he
gold?
like, "Gold?
Is there no gold?
Um,
Risk
this is payment
our
enough.
lives.
This is payment enough. This is the holy water. This is valuable. I have no fontia to make more.
Holy
And I
water from
sold my gold to
strange
build
god.
this chapel. This great chapel. I have
god
nothing
was
to
this
pay you
again?
with.
Garson, was there anything about gold on the paper where he was asking for help?
No, but we risked our lives greatly.
And
I thank him heartily.
And
Son
I
of a...
just got a flask of holy water from some heathen god.
Do you say that to his face?
Yes, I do.
okay, make a persuasion test. I think is the apt thing to do here.
Carson's views are not the views of the party.
I don't represent. Oh, fine.
Yeah. Make a acrobatics or athletics check. Your choice.
If I die from this, God help me.
Please do not curse us. Although we could probably get rid of the curse with the holy water you gave us, but...
I don't like this dead.
Cool. So he attempts to like grab you and hurl you from the chapel. What do you do? Like you manage to avoid him, but it's made very abundantly clear that you're not welcome in the chapel.
I smirk and I back off, staring him in the eye.
It like chases you to the threshold of his chapel and goes, "I hope you choke on it."
Eat my word. When I'm done with this town, every person shall worship the one true God.
He doesn't listen. He goes back into the chapel, ignoring you now that you're out.
I give him the finger and fuck off.
He doesn't see it, but you see the reflection of his middle finger on his highly polished plate armor. Okay, so I'm assuming you recount to him what you found in Belcame. Do you leave anything out?
No,
Okay, so
that's evil. He is probably better suited than we are to deal with it, so he should definitely know.
People should be warned about the vein as well, to be like wary of that town as well as the illusions.
I wonder if you could recreate that ritual. That's very interesting.
Cool. So you're all rewarded with a flask of holy water. Carson, that's up to you what you do with it after you're like chased out of the temple. You may want to make a note that Templar Damien does not like you for any future incidents that involve him. So experience.
And I don't like him.
Experience. So there's a number of experience that you get. 150 for the Culters of Creomorph, 100 for learning about Creomorph, either 100 or 50 for finding Belcame. Let me find out real quick for you what that is. How much is Belcame worth? Belcame, what are you worth? Tell me your XP value.
And is this per person or for the whole party?
This is going to be divided by 4. So.
Oh, okay. You haven't divided yet.
Yeah. 100 for finding Belcame.
So 350.
Then there is. So, yep. GM checks his notes.
Also remember, guys, we have to split up the gold.
Oh, that too.
Did we even get gold? How much gold?
35. You got
Oh.
30 gold,
30 gold,
and
50
like
silver.
50 silver.
I have it written down because I'm treasurer.
Okay.
Perfect.
The
That's
violent
good.
maggot-infested corpse was 200. The
Woohoo.
550,
clothing was 150.
700.
We might level up, guys.
Completing the mission, 500.
Oof.
Oh, that's 12. That's a level up.
Nice.
And
You're level
then
1 right now.
what else is there? There is discovering Halkura the Vain and his warding ship, 200. And learning of Lord Grimaldi, 100.
Wow. Nice work.
And rats.
That's 1500
And
divided by
Rats
4. Oh,
is 100 for the rats. So don't worry about working this out because I'll be doing it in a second.
oh, okay. Yeah.
I think it's 400 a person
So far, yes.
for 1600. Yeah.
Did we learn anything else?
Where those cultists were located.
Oh, yeah, the cultist. The Kriamorth.
Yep, you learned about Kriamorth and the location of them. Worth 100 in total. Not separately, sorry. Valkame, corpse, clothing, mission, the Vein, Grimaldi. And rats for, 400 apiece. You all gain
Excellent.
400 XP,
Woohoo.
a quarter of 35 gold,
Oh, yeah.
35 by 4.
Doesn't quite divide evenly.
Yeah,
Right now, I have
If-
total XP is 1700.
1700.
Yeah, because the 100 from we had 1600, then we had 100 from the Kriamorth.
150
That was in-
for the cultist, 100 for Kriamorth, 200 for the corpse in the church, 100 for finding Valkame itself, 150 for the fight with the clothing, 500 for the mission, 200 for learning about Halkura the Vain and his wardship, 100 for finding about Grimaldi, and 100 for the fight with the rat swarms on the way out, for a total of 1600. Divided
Okay.
by 4, 400 each.
I must have done it wrong. Sorry.
That's okay. So, well done. You are all congratulated on the first to complete a mission, the first to level up, and the first to be very, very good. I hope you had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It was a
we
lot
Yeah,
of
it was
fun.
a great session.
It's awesome.
So, I'll probably see you again in 2 months or so for the next session.
Yeah.
I hope you follow along on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah,
And
sure.
Before we go, we should roll health like for everyone.
Yeah.
No,
No. Okay.
average, just always average.
Oh,
I'm not
just
doing
take average?
all
Okay.
health.
Okay.
Yeah, with all of you, I can't be like keeping track of what you rolled and everything, so just
Oh, okay,
always average.
okay.
So the average is like
It'll be written on your
great.
class.
So
It'll
5
be
plus
written on your
1,
class.
4, so 11.
Wait, so the average is half your hit die plus your constitution.
It'll just
5.
it'll be on like for a warlock.
Should be in the player's handbook.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for a warlock, it's 5 plus your con. Like, because when the book does your average die roll, it gives you a slight increase, so it like rounds up for all of them, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway,
What's this 25 divided by 4?
the gold.
What?
From the cultists, they actually.
But
have
it
gold.
wasn't 25?
Oh, it was 35. 30 gold plus
Ooh,
50
yeah,
silver.
Yeah,
So
quite right.
how much for someone that is too lazy to do math? What?
8 gold.
7 silver and 5
think-
copper.
Yeah,
Alright.
there
Or
we go.
8 gold, 7 silver, and a round of drinks at the last hope.
Well,
Yeah,
that
that
goes my copper.
Yeah, there goes the copper.
So
Well,
it's 33.
I look forward to seeing you all again, and
Yep.
I think that's everything. So, does anyone have any shout-outs to say to the great community that is watching us?
Thank you guys for watching.
No.
Yeah, it's super cool that we have a game this big. It's nice to have people follow
Exactly.
along and stuff.
Well, I know,
Oh.
I know. Thank you all for your support and your continued support in the future. I look very much forward to having someone go have a nice little chat with Halkura and getting murdered. It'll be very fun.
It's not going to be us.
Probably me.
Carson's like, why won't anyone go into the crypt?
We need to talk to this dude. Maybe he's a good lad. I want to know how that ritual works.
Okie dokes.
For reasons.
Thank you all for playing, and I'll see you all again when you next play. So farewell, and good night, stream.